Hey guys, if you like what you see today, make sure to smash that like button and consider subscribing.
Well, John and myself, we were looking to try and create a teaching concept that was a lot simpler than what was currently out there already. We felt that golf was becoming too technical and people were struggling to really pick up the clarity of the learning points. And we feel with our actual concept that we've really increased the clarity piece between the instructor and the student, where we're able to really connect and also get great feedback from the student as to what it is they're actually thinking they should be doing.
We've created a concept where we use colour to influence movement in the golf swing. A very simplistic way to teach, as we say, it's simple, easy and effective way to learn, and we break in those communication barriers between the coach and student, referencing colour on the ground. We use yellow for any aspects of where we're talking about grabbing the attention of the student. Blue is all about cool and calm. Green for us is relax and go. Red for us is speed, power and control, and we now get students talking the language of colour. Simplified way to teach using games, skills, challenges, and great for the corporate days to get involved and to speed up the game and enjoy the experience.
The idea first came about really by a chance meeting with a guy called Dave Allred. Dave was very influential in sort of steering us towards looking outside of our own area of expertise, and it was that forced us to look at colour and to see if colour could be a way of influencing the movement of the golf swing.
Hey Linksters, Brendan Elliott back here with you. So I wanted to talk about, as we move into talking a little bit about the fundamentals of this full swing, something that I recently became aware of, and some certifications that I took through this platform, which I'm about to introduce to you. It's called Color Path Golf, and I've got some of their basic setup tools for you with their putting pad plate, and with their swing path kit. This is like the intro kit for the consumer. I've got some coaching kits, and I'm really excited, as I have been talking a lot to John and Kevin with Color Path Golf about the concept that they've created, which really simplifies learning the game. And I really feel, as I've gone through the level 1 training, and I'm excited to further that with level 2 and 3 training in the near future here. But what excited me most about this is how it simplifies understanding components of the game, technical components that a lot of coaches have trouble communicating to their students. So for us as coaches, a lot of time what tends to happen is we'll communicate things with our students in a way that we've been taught. We'll use verbiage that we've been taught as golf professionals. And what we get back from the students a lot of time is that they show that they understand what they're communicating to them, what we're communicating to them. However, that may not necessarily be the case. And especially after a lesson, something can stick within a lesson, and they may understand a concept within a lesson after we repeatedly go over that concept or that new move, whether it be something on their downswing or their through swing or an impact. But when they're away from us, the one-on-one that we have with them in an hour lesson or 30-minute lesson, there tends to be situations where students can't fully recall the things that we went through during the course of a lesson. So that understanding, while at the time they may feel like they understand the concepts, it is a little bit too advanced for them. And it's not something they can comprehend and take with them on their own. So what Color Path does is it really, through the use of colors, and there's a lot of science that goes into this. John and Kevin have invested a lot of time and energy into the science of the colors. And I'll go through that here in a minute. But the system really simplifies things, and it helps us as instructors drill stuff down into a language that students, regardless of if they're a beginner or more advanced, what they can understand, digest, not just at the lesson, but they can take with them during that time in between lessons, which is so critical to the development of a golfer's game. So for my students, I've got a couple of these Color Path swing path kits. I've got a couple of the putting plates. But for anybody else that's going to watch this video and maybe interested in utilizing some of these, and I'm going to show you further into the video the basic setup for the swing with the swing path kit. But if you're interested in getting any of these, I'll leave information, a link in the description of the video. And if you order those through me, I can give you a little bit of a discount. So now let's get to the colors. And again, I'll re-emphasize this once I show you the basic setup here in a second. But the idea of the colors comes from, like I said, it's a visual way of learning, okay? It's more external versus internal. Yellow means attention, so it wants you to draw attention to something. And again, we're going to see that here in a basic setup for a straight shot. Blue is cool, calm, and that's usually used, at least for the full swing, on the downswing. Green is good, go. Okay, so you want to really accelerate through past post impact and keep that club moving down the target line, and then let it release a little bit to your left for right-handed golfers. And then the red is power and also caution at the same time, if you have to be aware of something or cautious of something, but it really is that power thing. Okay, so those are some of the very, very basics. It gets a little bit more as you set up different stations, whether it's full swing or chipping or pitching or putting, the colors with those basic ideas in mind. As you set stuff up, they can represent just a little touch off of that basic understanding that each of the colors have. So I'm excited about this Color Path Golf. I'm going to be using this a lot with my students, and I'm going to show you here in a second a basic setup for a full swing straight shot. So here's a basic setup for a straight shot using the Color Path system with the colors, and we'll go through this keeping the colors in mind and what the different things mean and how it's set up. So the red right here, I've got one of the sticks right here, the red stick representing ball placement, and then this one will help with your club face alignment, so making sure that that club face is nice and square at impact. Okay, so as we take the club back, we want to take that club back on the yellow, which is again attention, paying attention to what that club's doing. A lot of times people have a tendency to take the club too far inside on the takeaway, and in some cases people take the club too far outside. So that yellow stick is for path going back, bringing attention to taking that club back nice and square and nice and down the target line. Once you get up to the top, make a good rotation. The blue, cool and calm, remember, is we want the club to come from the inside, okay? And we're not trying to hit the ball from up here at the top. We're trying to build up the momentum as we come down. So cool and calm, coming from the inside, squaring up at red, impact, squaring up that club face. Also red means power, so we're keeping that club moving from the inside. Then on the front side, we have the yellow, which again is calling attention. That's our target line. And the red on top of the yellow is speed. We want that club to continue to move through. And the green is we want the club, while the face is staying square at impact red, continuing down the target line, but we want the club to exit green, which is go, this way. So we're coming from, on the downswing, we're coming from blue, cool, calm from the inside, squaring up, and hands releasing out to the left. This is the very simple setup, basic shot for Color Path Golf. Obviously, if you want to hit different types of shots, whether it be a draw or a fade, we would move the blue for path coming down, different ways to hit those different kinds of shots. Same with the green on how we're going to release the club post impact. So that's the basic setup for Color Path Golf.